For the second consecutive season, the Michigan Wolverines turned their number 4 tournament seed into a championship storyline as the Wolverines destroyed Penn State 16-4 Saturday night. Michael Boehm was the tournament MVP. Ryan Cohen set a tournament end program record with 7 assists, and Justin Wietfeldt was phenomenal at the dot as the Maize and Blue once again earned a trip to the NCAAs. And now Michigan will open its NCAA tournament on the road this Saturday when the Wolverines travel to face Denver. 3 other Big Ten teams also keep their national championship hopes alive as Johns Hopkins, Maryland, and tournament runner-up Penn State all earned at-large bids. And one of the men who starred in that game, Justin Wietfeldt, joins us now, Michigan senior forward and face-off specialist. Justin, first and foremost, congratulations. What's it feel like to be not just Big Ten champs this year, but to go back-to-back, especially in your last 2 years?
I mean, for me, it was extremely special, especially, being here my freshman, sophomore year. We definitely struggled in the Big Ten, so it was really, really cool and really exciting to see how, towards the end of my year in my junior and senior years that we were able to kind of go back-to-back and finish that off, in my last year.
We were waiting for the game to start. I know you guys are waiting for the game to start about 30 minutes maybe before the original scheduled start. A lightning delay. Everybody has to clear the field. You end up being delayed by about an hour. How long did that wait actually feel to you guys?
Yeah, that's to me it kind of felt pretty short. For me, I just wanted to stay, calm and collected, not worry about the things that I couldn't control, like the weather or the delays or what was going on. So I think for me, I just put some music on, just sat, stretched out a little bit more and just kind of stayed calm and collected and just trusted myself that I was prepared and ready to go whenever the game was going to start.
Yet it didn't take long for any pent-up energy that anyone had to be expelled as you score 6 seconds into the game. Your assist to Michael Boehm, what kind of tone did that set for you guys, especially on the offensive end?
I think for us, it was just confidence. And right there, scoring within 6 seconds just gave us all the confidence in the world that, we were really going to take this thing. Because I think one thing Coach was kind of alluding to throughout the entire week is that, we had no tomorrow. We have to win the Big Ten to kind of make it to the NCAA tournament. So I think right there just kind of put the stamp on it that, we're here and we're ready to win and take this and keep our season going.
It's 5-1 after one. It's 9-3 at the half. How did you guys continue to kind of own all levels of the field, especially in that first 30 minutes before everybody went into the half?
I think our belief was there from the beginning. And, one thing we've been saying all week is just refuse to lose. And having that refuse to lose mindset, throughout the entire game. Because obviously there's going to be ups and downs. But I think just having composure, trusting the process, trusting what, our coaches were giving us throughout the entire week. And like I said, that refuse to lose mindset on top just kind of encapsulated all of it and just kind of kept us going throughout the entire game.
Now, after a first half start like that, sometimes you see teams with a little bit of a third quarter layoff. They take their foot off the gas. Instead, you guys start the second half with a 7-0 run. It caps a 10-0 run between the end of the second and the beginning of the third quarters. What was the halftime conversation about amongst you guys having that big lead?
Yeah, I think, one thing Coach says is just, he asks us what the score is, and we'll say 0-0, right? Because even though we're up, even though, we've been playing really well in the first half, the game's not over yet. There's still so much game left. We got to keep going with the momentum we have, and the way we've been playing was phenomenal. But, if we take dips, Penn State was a really good team, and they definitely could have came back. So I think just staying strong throughout the entire game and keeping that mindset that, we're really the underdog, and we got to keep pushing no matter what, even if we're up, I think really kept us going throughout the third and fourth quarter and kind of just capped off the game for us.
With 16 goals on the board, you understand why the offense gets most of the attention, but you hold Penn State scoreless for more than 35 minutes, and a high-octane offense scores just 4 goals. How do you best describe the effort defensively and inside the cage?
I think for us, it just shows how close our team is, and especially our defense, the chemistry we have and just how close each guy is with each other and how much they trust each other to kind of do their job on the defensive end just really shows, how far we've come as a team. And I think even from an offensive standpoint, just having some O-mids play defense too and just trusting those guys that they're going to do their jobs, we're going to stick to the game plan, really showed out and showed why, our defense really put a stand out there.
How nice was it to watch the final minutes tick down knowing there was really no worry about the outcome?
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it didn't really come true for me until I, saw those fireworks going up in the air, and it just really hit me that, we really went back-to-back in my junior and senior year. So to me, it was just so special, and I was just at a loss for words just seeing that happen, and it was just a dream come true for me.
You were 19 of 24 at the dot in that game. I know this could probably be a really long answer, but what's the short answer to what's the main thing that a face-off guy has to do to be really good at that specific skill?
For me, it's just trust and confidence. Facing off is such a relying on your mindset because, it's in that split second you got to react to the whistle, and you either get the ball or you don't. So I think for me, it's just trusting myself, trusting what I've been doing, throughout that week of practice, and trusting our coaches and our wings that, we're going to get the ball, and then just letting it all out once I get out there. So I think just really staying calm and trusting myself was a key part in why I think I played pretty well out there.
Yeah, you also picked up 14 ground balls and put you over 300 in your Michigan career. Only one other Wolverine in history has ever done that before. How important is that aspect of your skill set to the way you play from an overall perspective?
I think it's really important. And I think one thing our faceoff coach, Coach Tinney, always tells us is, the faceoff's not won once you get that ground ball, right? You got to get the ball into the offense, and that's truly where, the value of the faceoff comes. Because there's times where, I'll win the faceoff or I'll turn over right away. And even though it's a faceoff win, it doesn't really help our team because the other team's getting the possession. So I think really controlling that ground ball and getting that to the offense is really important. So I think that's where we kind of put a heightened emphasis on getting those ground balls, even if we lose the faceoff or even if it becomes like a 3v3 scrum with the wings. I think those ground balls are really important to kind of helping our team, giving our offense momentum by giving them more possessions.
I know you were an outstanding multi-sport athlete in high school. As a matter of fact, you were team captain, you were all-conference, second-team all-state hockey player in New Canaan, Connecticut. When did you realize that the future, college and maybe beyond, was lacrosse and not hockey, and when did you have to make that call?
Yeah, I think I made that call beginning of high school, I want to say. More so just because I love playing hockey, but for me, since I was a kid, lacrosse has just been a dream for me. Playing collegiate lacrosse was just a dream for me. My uncle won a national championship at Cornell, and my cousin played in the Final Four at Cornell too. And just like seeing him play in Foxborough was just such an amazing experience. It's one of those memories I'll have for the rest of my life. And I think seeing him play and just really getting in that, college lacrosse environment was just something I've always wanted since then. And I think that was kind of what drove me to kind of go down the lacrosse path and just play college lacrosse and just kind of fulfill that dream that I had.
All right, finally, Justin, let's take you off the field and into the classroom. You're part of the Ross Business School. You're an academic, all Big Ten performer. I checked out your LinkedIn. I know you've done internships at financial institutions in years past. So what's next for you after you put the stick up in your time in Ann Arbor?
Yeah, I'm going to be working for KeyBank in New York City as an analyst in their technology investment banking group. And I'm really excited for that. It was great. I interned there last summer, and it was a really awesome experience. There's a lot of Michigan alums there too, and they really kind of come together and really help each other out. And it's fun seeing those guys. And, they congratulated me last year on our Big Ten championship, which is really cool to see that, they were following and they care. And I'm just excited to be in a really cool environment with a bunch of cool people to work with.
All right, getting set to move into the business world, but first trying to cash in on a national championship. Michigan's run toward that goal begins this week as the Wolverines take on Denver in the NCAA tournament. Hey, Justin, we really, really appreciate the time. Congrats again on those back-to-back championships and an outstanding performance, and we wish you the best of luck both on and off the field in your future.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Get your back to baseball next. Mike Huff returning with his picks to click, which players need to have monster weekends for their respective teams to make late-season surges.